Are you tired of being a mighty lord running around, recruiting your own troops, fighting off looters endlessly, and trying to scrape together the money to keep a kingdom going? Or maybe you just missed the good old Freelancer mod from multiple patches back, where you could fight as simply a soldier. Well, Serve as a Soldier is a currently up-to-date similar mod that works with the same principle. Join up with a lord and you fight in his army simply as a soldier. Now, there are some key differences to this mod that makes it a little bit different. Let's dive into it. First things, you've got to go find a lord, don't you? Have a little chat with them and ask them to join their ranks. Nice and easy, and they will just let you do just that. And immediately you'll see there's multiple options and different things going on here. The first thing you could do is change your equipment, which will allow you to put on the armor of one of the soldier ranks that you have earned. Now, if you join someone's army, you can still equip your currently equipped armor and replace it with that. So if you're fully decked out and then you want to join someone, that's A-okay. You don't have to be nerfed. Now, something excellent about Serve as a Soldier that's a little bit different from the old Freelancer mod is that the quests that you can get, you don't access them from the menu on the left. You get them from just following the Lord around. They also scale to the power of your Lord. And now we can see these deserters taking a very long time to come over, but they finally managed, didn't they? And this is one in a line of special events that can occur during a playthrough following a Lord. Now this one is based on the normal quest that you can get from any old village, which is dealing with deserters. So now instead of dealing with them as a mighty lord or mercenary yourself, you are actually fighting in the Lord's army trying to deal with these guys. What I like about this feature is that quests come onto you and you don't have to do too much about it. You don't need to fiddle with a menu with different options to get into stuff. Whilst you're following a lord, quests will happen. And the quest givers will like you more for it as well. And as the battles scale up to the army size, you will have a better chance of gaining experience. And gaining experience is key to progressing in the ranks. As a soldier, you will have experience earned during your stay as a soldier in someone's army. Now, the experience is earned by doing damage to enemy soldiers. You don't actually have to kill them to get more experience, which means that even if you just hit the enemy soldiers, you will eventually rank up, which is very nice because when you're a very low tier guy with next to no weapons, it's pretty difficult to kill anything. Now, as you ride around, you can gain passive experience in a skill. You'll automatically be assigned one, and you can see it on the menu as you're riding around which skill you're getting experience in. And you can ask your commander for a different assignment to increase your stats in something else. But if you're not good enough at it, or if you're serving the king, you might have to bribe them to let you do the job. Now, another fun event that I've run into is that sometimes when your liege enters a town, there's a criminal that wants your help with a bunch of people. Now, this is quite similar to the quest that takes a very long time where a criminal wants help against another criminal, except this one is immediate. You get to have a much bigger battle. It just seems a little bit more enjoyable, and you get to keep the equipment you're actually wearing, and it doesn't involve civilian attire. Quite a brilliant improvement if you ask me. This gives you both relation, money, and naturally you gain skills from everything, because everything you do gains you more skill points. And these gained skill points actually contribute to your experience gain. You can also continuously check on your reputation with the different kingdoms. Your kingdom reputation determines what your current rank in an army would be if you leave and return. So if you have enough reputation within an entire faction, you can join other people's parties at a higher enlistment tier, which means you would be a higher tier of troop. Now, this is rather important because if your party gets defeated, you have to join someone else. And that number does not go away as long as you do not abandon the party, aka desert it, and you don't become a traitor. What I like about Serve with a Soldier is that these little events keep popping up. You're not just AFK all the time as your lord goes around with nothing happening at all. There's always going to be something happening here and there. Whereas, you know, lords are rather stupid and like to run around doing a lot of nothing. Often you will luckily in this mod be allowed to do things. Half the time at the very least. Naturally, sometimes lords do decide to do next to nothing. In which case you can ask to be released. And you will keep your progress in the reputation you have within the faction. So all is not lost if your lord has lost their sanity. When you've earned enough experience within your party, your liege will promote you to the next tier, where you can choose to gain the armor of the next tier of troops. You can change this at any time, and it includes all of the different troop types, including the nobility. And still, the equipped armor you have will plop into your inventory, and you can stick it right over in case you have something superior. Another cool thing about this mod is that you can actually get into siege gameplay and massive epic battles early on, because you don't even need to be a mercenary, you don't need to join someone's army, you just join someone's party. But there's something else you could do as well. If you don't feel like losing, you can defect to the other side of the conflict. So the enemy engages your party, you say defect, and suddenly you are on the other side. Never losing, baby. Of course, there's a catch to this, in that you won't have the progress that you had in the place where you started, and your previous faction will not be too happy with you. Now, fear not, all is not lost. You can go back to the betrayed faction and join them again and retain your progress. But the clan that you screwed over will remember what you've done, and you're going to suffer a heavy loss in relation. Something you can work out later. Why wouldn't you? I mean, it's all about winning, right? This mod allows you to experience all sorts of gameplay scenarios you otherwise wouldn't early on in the game. It lets you get right into the action where you can just enjoy it, skill up your character because they're terrible. You don't need to leave your party to join in a tournament. It's just right there in the menu whilst your lord is waiting in a city. Floating Mammal recommends Serve as a Soldier as a fantastic addition to your mod list. And it works almost flawlessly on 1.8, and the almost part might even just be because the version is beta itself, and you know the game is not the most stable thing in the world. If you like this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.